It's not really a party place. It's not a place with loud music where you want to just get up and dance. I think definitely people do come here because they appreciate the food and the service. Cole-san is the head chef here at the sushi bar. If you order the chef's choice, you're going to get the best of the best. We'll educate our customers with items they have never had before, let them try new things. Executive Chef Ishii, he has 15 years of cooking experience in Sapporo, Japan. And what we decided to do with his background, his experience, to take one step back to do country-style, traditional Japanese cooking. I would say about 90% of our customers are from word of mouth. We're getting a lot of returning customers and taking care of our regulars. But most important of all, we have a lot of returning Japanese customers. I know that some of them have mentioned that the stuff from the kitchen is even better than what they had back home in Japan. And that's something really good to hear.
So Edward, you've tried a lot of sushis around town, but you say that Meiji is the best. Tell us why.
Alpina, Meiji is, what can I say, it's the Godzilla of sushi places. When you go there, when you first go there, you don't even know you're there because they don't even have a sign that says their name Meiji. So you're like, am I at the right place? But once you enter it, very hip, very cool, very relaxing atmosphere. And then you finally get to taste everything from the appetizers to the maki rolls and to the dessert. And wow, it will just blow you away when you finally go there.
It's a great date place. I went with girlfriends, but I think it's a great place to take a guy on the first date to see what he's about.
I think you can learn a lot from how someone eats sushi.
I agree.
How's that?
Well, if she eats the sushi like dainty-like, you know, it's like, oh,
Like,
wow,
no good.
she's gonna be all, you know.
What if she's like gorging?
Right.
I want someone to
this
take.
is really
If
good.
I'm on the date, she's got to go like this and just one big roll. I
You
was
like a woman with an appetite.
Exactly.
Right, and
It
with
should be like that.
They want to try new things. I think it's really good.
Gary, you're a big fan of sushi restaurants. How was your experience at Meiji?
Love sushi restaurants, but I had a very average time at Meiji. I think you have to judge a sushi restaurant by the fish. I think they have some innovative rolls, but I ordered primarily nigiri, which is just the fish with the rice. I had the super white, the tamago, which is the sweet egg, which I don't know that much about sushi, but from what I've heard, that's the way in Japan they sort of decide whether a sushi chef knows what he's doing or not, is how does the tamago taste. They were uniformly just average. Nothing really made me go crazy for it.
I think when you judge a sushi place, you gotta judge something. What makes them different? It's the maki rolls.
The maki was good.
When you go to sushi, everyone, if it's a top-notch sushi place, you're basically getting the same kind of fish, good quality fish, and basically the rice, and you have the sushi. So there's really nothing much to compare, unless it's low-level fish. Then you're like, yeah, this smells fishy.
You don't want it to smell
But
fishy.
with the maki roll, they have like their own signature maki roll. There's 8 of them. And this is, you can't find anything like this in any other sushi place. And not only do they have the signature maki rolls, they also have the regular, about 10 to 12 different regular maki rolls that you can get. Your Philly Crunch.
Philly
your
Crunch
Shogun.
was so good.
Yes, that's really
my
good.
My sorority sister, she said, "Oh, I want some more of that," because the other sushi wasn't, it was a little average, but that Philadelphia Crunch was really, really good. It had that bite. And it was like, oh, this is such a surprise.
That
it was
crunchiness.
delicious. Like,
That
oh,
crunchiness is what's
I'm going to
so
order
good.
that again. One thing I noticed that they didn't make me feel like, okay, well, you don't know what's going on. So our waiter really went over because this is what this is, this is what this. I mean, the customer service was really, really good. And I noticed that in front of us there was a sushi bar. They had all of these questions, and there was one gentleman at the end that he was preparing the sushi, and he was the one that was explaining to them, okay, this is what we're doing now. But the rest of the chefs were very, very quiet, and they were preparing the sushi. I thought that was excellent. The customer service was extraordinary.
The training that goes behind becoming a high-end sushi chef, I mean, it's extremely lengthy. I mean, it takes up to 10 years to become a sushi master because you have to know how to cut the fish. And many times you can see the hierarchy where you see the lead chef, and then you have the apprentice that learns underneath the master chef. I mean, it's definitely an art form.
Yeah,
It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And I think that was one of the things that really stood out to me. I think sort of, like Edward said, sushi is sushi, but I'd have to disagree with that because I think there are, grades of sushi. There are grades of the type of fish, the taste of the rice, the flavor of the rice, the way it's cut, and all of that goes into the flavor of the actual pieces that you're eating.
Did you actually have any signature makis when you were there?
We did. We had an aloha roll, which I thought was great.
Oh,
and like I said, I probably didn't have as many makis as I had individual pieces, because to me, that's where you can really taste the fish.
quality of fish. I actually thought it was top-notch quality. Like one of their dishes they have is called, I think it's a haru. There's no rice at all for the maki. It's basically stuffed with several fish. It's surrounded by cucumber and dipped in vinegar sauce. And oh my gosh, it's
I bet
just,
you that's delicious.
it's good.
Melody, beyond the sushi, how was the dessert?
I had the ginger creme brulee. Oh my goodness, and I'm such a creme brulee connoisseur. It was absolutely delicious.
We had the mochi, which was excellent.
Oh,
yeah, the
you had
mochi
the
was very
mochi.
good. They serve a number of different flavors. They had mango and a couple of other ones, and it's a sort of like a steamed rice dough or a dumpling that surrounds it. That's excellent.
I usually order sake, so I'm sitting there like, okay, well, I like sake, and he said, well, that's kind of like asking for wine. What kind of sake do you want? So I'm looking like, okay, This gentleman brought out samples of sake, which I thought was absolutely incredible, over the top.
Well, sake's a lot like wine. I mean, it's just there's different grades and levels to it, but it can have the attributes of floralness and the sweetness level in the body, very much like wine.
It was very light. It was really good.
Edward, they have a policy where no children under 10. Do you appreciate that
Yes,
policy?
that makes it even better. I don't think kids can
Right now
appreciate
you do.
Yeah, I don't think
Right.
kids can appreciate it. You know, they'll be like,
Like,
Mom,
"Oh, what's
they'll
this?"
probably take a knife and try to cut the maki roll and
Yeah.
something like that.
It was a young crowd. Like you said, there are no children allowed. But it's right next to a Vec and Blackbird, so it has a similar clientele. You know,
That
it's
beautiful people, too.
exactly
Clientele, yeah.
just like everybody here at the table. All very beautiful people.
Well, Edward, Meiji was your selection. Give us a summary.
Without a doubt, best sushi place in Chicago. If you're gonna go there, what makes them unique? Signature makis. Basically, order everything, all 8, and then you'll be fine with the rest.
Melody?
I agree with that. That Philadelphia Crunch Maki was absolutely phenomenal. And get the ginger creme brulee.
I have to disagree. I think in my neighborhood alone, Bobsan, Coast, Mirai, Katsu, I can think of a number of places that I would rather go than Meiji for sushi.
Well, you can try the sushi, sashimi, and more at Meiji, 623 West Randolph Street, 312-887-9999. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday, and for dinner only on Saturday and Sunday. Reservations are accepted for dinner only, and the average tab per person without drinks is $30.